93 Boxing, I'm back with a quick video. Dominic Engel says, we're talking about Spence Jr., not Golovkin. Kell did say Golovkin's power was much more devastating. From what I could see, Spence Jr. was landing too many clean, full shots to the face. Don't forget, Kell was 2 weight classes above against Golovkin. In my opinion, that was more dangerous. As the round went on, eventually something hard and heavy would have hit Kell to the eye, and I wasn't going to wait for that situation. Although Spence Jr. was good, he wasn't a heavy hitter. I spoke to Kell afterwards and he said, I've got a few fights left in me. I've got no concerns that he won't box again. He will have a belief that he will have the belief that his eye will become as strong as the other one. They've got to wait until the swelling goes down, but he's got his operation planned. It's a slightly larger fracture in bracket than the previous injury, but the surgeon says that he will make it easier to operate on. What? I mean, Kell Brook, basically that's Dominic Engel's statement. Kell Brook he said it wasn't as bad as the Triple G one, but although they didn't have a scan or whatever, the thing is, he's trying to say Triple G is not as devastating, as more devastating than Errol Spence. Interesting. I would have never thought that. Maybe he's more devastating because he's a fucking middleweight. How about that? Dominic Engel sounds very salty. He sounds really salty now. And you know what? I made a video talking about this. I said Dominic Engel's salty enough to heal Manny Pacquiao's shoulders. He's really Kell Brook after the fight says Errol Spence is one of the best fighters he's fought, if not the best. And Dominic Engel's trying to say after the fight that Sean Fuda was a bit tougher fighter and Errol Spence was alright. Dominic Engel's very salty. Salty baldy. Yeah. And the thing is, they're trying to make it seem like Errol Spence wasn't all that. But at the same time, this is what's happening, right? Kell Brook fought Golovkin for a payday. He knows he can get away with losing. But he fought Errol Spence because he had to fight Errol Spence to keep the title. The title would allow him to negotiate and get as much money out as possible against Amir Khan in terms of percentage split. His title is the only thing that kept him relevant because he never had a resume to back it up. It's just a title. Because he could at least say he's a world champion. The thing is, now Kell Brook lost his title. He did do pretty well against Golovkin. And he did well against Errol Spence, but he got beat by Errol Spence where there was no excuses. Errol Spence is not he's not in 2-weight divisions, 3-weight divisions above him. This guy's only been in pro for 4 or 5 years. And Errol Spence won. He did it on England. He did it at Kell Brook's hometown at Sheffield. But the thing is, because Kell Brook's there's nothing wrong with losing, but because he's hyped himself up, especially amongst the British fans, the minds of the British fans, that he's this amazing fighter. He's a good fighter, but he's overrated a little bit. They're trying to live him up to the undefeated hype at welterweight. Oh, the only person to beat him was Triple G, this and that. But now he lost to Errol Spence. They're trying to put Errol Spence down, trying to make him seem like he wasn't all that. To bring up Kell Brook, trying to make it seem like, if it wasn't for the eye, trying to make it seem like... that's what Dominic Engel was doing. He's trying to say Sean Porter was alright. Sean Porter was better than Errol Spence, when Kell Brook himself said that Errol Spence is one of the best fighters he's fought, if not the best. So, these are just ways to make Kell Brook seem better than he is, trying to protect Kell Brook. It's their job, but don't buy into the hype. 93 Boxing, I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe.